coming home to roost, as stated by the Reverend Wright of Chicago. Let me clarify what Reverend Wright meant. Here we go. Mr. Barack Obama is the President of the United States, taking on all the crooked mess that the Bush administration caused while he was President of the United States. So let's make it clear. Barack Obama's job as President of the United States is to show the American people exactly what's been going on in the past 14 years in that Congress and that Senate. Continuing on, don't blame Mr. Barack Obama for what America has been doing to their own people. Just take a look all around you, and you will see the chaos is blown away, as I prophesied in 1980, that this was happening to America because of her racism, her lying and cheating of her own people, taking their tax dollars without reasonable cause. Now everything is happening to America, and she doesn't seem to understand why. Why ask Mr. Obama to do anything for the American people besides show you that every one of our elected officials have been lying and stealing from us American people throughout the years? Take, for instance, a good sign that shows you I don't lie. I understand prophecy very well by the word of God, that the merchants would be the ones that corrupt and kill the world if God did not intervene. And Barack Obama, as I stated about the wind blowing out of the east of Africa, the spirit of him was only to show America all of their faults and what they've been doing. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, GIA, IGA, whatever you want to call it, Rush Limbaugh, Hannity, you name them. They're showing you how wicked the world really is in America. Now let's look at the Senate and the Congress. Have you noticed that when Barack Obama started appointing his cabinet members, just about everyone was in violation of tax evasion? And they still got away with it, even though many were turned down and many withdrew because they know they would be caught next. You know what should be done, America? We should all demand on YouTube and all over the internet, MySpace, whatsoever, that every congressman, his record be checked to see if he, the GOP, or the Democrats owe back taxes. Even Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Leave no one out, America. I'm warning you. I got a gift, and it can't be taken away, and it can't be changed. We are in a fast coming downfall because of all of these crooks getting paid to be crooked. Why give all of these banks and Wall Street, which are the thieves, a payback? It's like giving a gift of pleasure to the crook by paying him advanced monies to fly around and brag about it with his high-priced, overcharged dinners and in restaurants and hotels. You just don't get it, do you, America? I can guarantee you this: all my teachings and prophecy of what's going on will not stop or decrease in this economy until America demand that they get rid of all of those crooks in that Congress and Senate. Remember, I said in one of my other warnings, you don't put new wine in an old bottle. And those rich old winos are getting rich on your tax dollars because they know that you're ignorant. That's why you voted them back in. Every time they screw up with pork barrel spending, you vote the same old wine O's back in to that Congress and that Senate. And you wonder why you got it so hard. You will keep it hard until you change those crooks. Pelosi and Reid has got a monopoly on Barrack. They think that's not so. Barrack will prove what his job was as the first black American in the United States was and is, to show how crooked and murderous America is here in her country, robbing them of their goods and also robbing the world, and the world is fed up. And you remember, if you're a Christian, God says that those 10 horns shall hate the beast after they find out what she's been doing to the rest of the world and all of the poor countries. Have you not noticed President Bush, when he was in office, said to Darfur, "We have not forgotten you." The point is, he hasn't remembered them either. That was his outgoing words. Darfur is in a worse turmoil now than ever, but yet and still they're feeding the crooks with our tax dollars instead of feeding the world, which is in need. After robbing them of all of their gold, their silver, their diamonds, their pearl, their uranium, everything in Africa has been stripped by these crooks, including Israel, and yet and still they pretend like they're the good old boys. Hey, those are merchants of the earth. Didn't God warn you in Revelation 17:5 and on, and Revelation 18, chapter 11? Don't trust the 3 unclean spirits like frogs, which are merchants of the earth, which ship their goods from coast to coast. This is a warning, America. You think that you got it made on the bad side. Hey, if you saw what I saw in my dreams, hey, you are in a heap of trouble. Empty your bags, all of you, and see who comes out on the top. You will find that in every bag that every person on earth carries is his own burdens, and God does not love a person that preaches on the pulpit that God died for your burdens. Every man is judged according to his own work. That's your burden, and that's the dream I had, that at the end of days, every man will empty his own bag for what he has done to this world and to the people. This is prophecy, and I'm a teacher of prophecy. So beware, O America. You haven't seen it bad yet. As long as you keep those crooks up there in Congress and the Senate, especially Senator Reid and Pelosi. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I've never voted in my life, except for when I turned to Barack Obama, because the dream showed me what his job was. His job was to show America that your people you're putting in that Congress and that Senate and all around them lobbyists and them Fannie Mae's, Freddie Mac's, and the banks, I got a book to prove it. And if you want to hear it, ask me for it, and I'll give it to you free. And I won't charge you a thing. And that's what I've been doing on all my videos to YouTube. Wake up, America. Your worst enemy is yourself for allowing those crooked old timers up there in the Congress and the Senate to rip you off by paying people that ripped us off. You don't pay the piper if he's ripping you off. You get rid of the piper. See, because they're smoking weed, crack, snorting crank, alcoholics, gluttonous, greedy. And this goes to Revelations chapter 17, verse 5. That woman that sit up on many mountains with that torch, that was a cup full of blood of what they've done to us American people. I'm out of here. I'm a teacher. Ciao. Ma shalom ha bivakasha. Have a nice day, chump.